history is in the making tonight for Oiler captain Connor McDavid as he's reaching a pretty monumental milestone, and he could make even more NHL history tonight. But first, before we get into all the game previews and all the stats, all the jazz, make sure to subscribe here to Oilers Digest. And we'd like to thank each and every one of you for helping us break 2,200 subscribers. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get anything and everything related to the Edmonton Oilers. It's been a pretty interesting season thus far, but without further ado, McThousand, yes, Connor McDavid is a few short points away from reaching 1,000, and he could break that tonight. Of course, the next milestone is clear for Connor McDavid, scoring 1,000 career points. McDavid is a sniff away from it with 995 points on his stat sheet. He missed his opportunity to be the third fastest, which is Mike Bossy, but he has 15 games to be the fourth fastest. You can see there's 657 career games. Tonight will be number 658, and yes, five points away from 1,000. I mean, that's just incredible in the short time that he's been in the league. It doesn't even feel like he's been in the league, that long. And next season will be his 10th in the NHL. And Kris Knoblauch was asked about it, and he said it's a huge milestone, and I'm not surprised he doesn't want to talk about it. Of course, Connor McDavid, very reserved in media interviews. Of course, he's not reserved in the locker room. We've seen that with the Amazon documentary. But when it comes to, personal achievements, Connor McDavid more focused on the Oilers, and then Knoblauch adds. But for him to reach that at this point in his career, in the way NHL scoring has been since he got into the NHL, it's absolutely remarkable. I'd be very happy if he got that Tuesday night and not strung it along, and we are cheering for him. Of course, well, he's 5 points away. 5 points is, a lot of points in a single game for many players, but not Connor McDavid. I mean, this so far in his career, he's already had 9 5-point games. You can see they're the 2 6-point games. So, I mean, it's not out of the question for McDavid to, get out of the way tonight and score 5 points, or he could even wait until, a Saturday, this Saturday against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Tons of friends and family in the crowd for him to get number 1,000 at Scotiabank Arena. That would be, pretty huge, but it'd be even better for him to get it on home ice at Rogers Place. And you can see there, I don't really have to go over the greatness of Connor McDavid. 7 All-Star games, 14 awards, including a Conn Smythe, even though he was on the other side. Numerous all-star team appearances. He's been pretty, consistent in his games played in his career. And then goals, you can see there the Rock Bouchard, tons of assists, tons of points, and just tons of underlying stats that really not just, show you how dominant Connor McDavid is, but, on both sides, both the eye test in analytics, there is no question that Connor McDavid quite easily might be the most skilled player of all time. Might be a hot take, might be a very cold take, but Connor McDavid, to me, not enough words to describe how he is. Of course, I tried describing it to somebody that does not watch hockey. They told me how to describe Connor McDavid, and even then I couldn't get past, just the stats and, the playmaking, the puck IQ that he possesses on the ice, the speed, no less, the shooting accuracy. I mean, he is just fantastic in every sense of the word, and I do hope he breaks 1,000 tonight. And even he's been getting his flowers from, not just the current generation, coaches, players alike, but also the past generation with Bryan Trottier of the New York Islanders. Of course, in that photo, he's wearing a Buffalo Sabres jacket, but that's besides the point. He says, when you're talking McDavid, I think this is another level. Mike Bossy said he was the fastest hockey player he's ever seen, and that's a big compliment. A lot of us feel that way. And if you look at some of the players that got to 1,000, how fast they got to it, like Gretzky, Lemieux, Mike Bossy, that's another level of offense. And it's, quite the flowers that Bryan Trottier is giving Connor McDavid. It's nice when, hockey stars of the past recognize the current generation. I know that's not the same in every sport where, the past generation says their generation has always been the best and the current generation won't hold up to it whatsoever. But hockey, it's nice when the old superstars recognize the greatness that's in front of their eyes. And with that being said, when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers, they still have a game to play, folks. I mean, no lineup changes versus the New York Islanders tonight per Oilers head coach Kris Knoblauch. And, of course, you can see there the same lineup used against the game against the Vancouver Canucks, where Jeff Skinner sticks on that top line right beside Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman, Vasily Podkolzin, Leon Draisaitl, and Victor Arvidsson, cementing their second line, one of the best second lines in the NHL. again, might be a bit of a hot take. And on the third line, for that bottom six there, Adam Henrique, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Connor Brown. And then Matisse Janmark, Derek Ryan, and Corey Perry. And of course, this is the same exact lineup. I mean, Matisse Ekholm, Evan Bouchard, Darnell Nurse, Troy Stetcher, and Brett Kulak, and Ty Emerson, and Jeff Skinner starts between the pipes. And when it comes to the New York Islanders and the Oilers, at 6-6-3, the Isles are in the same position as Edmonton, still muddling along at 500. The Oilers' goal differential is -8. New York's is -9. Both teams have been undone by underwhelming special teams. The Oilers' power play and penalty kill ranked 24th and 32nd, respectively, while the Islanders' special teams are 28th and 30th. So, of course, both similar teams. One fan base is more, excited than the other. Of course, when it comes to Islander fans, I haven't seen many that, are excited about, the prospects of their team heading into this one. Meanwhile, the Oilers are just getting it going. Of course, it would be nice to see the PK in power play rise to the potential tonight, but Rome wasn't built in a day. And with that, the opposition observation. Yes, let's take a look at the New York Islanders. When it comes to the New York Islanders, they are battling lots of injuries. A who's who on the injured reserve list with Anthony Duclair, Matthew Barzal, Adam Pelech, Alexander Romanov, and Mike Riley. And just taking a look at their depleted forward depth, very top heavy there with Anders Lee, Bo Horvat, and JG Pageau, Maxim Siplikov, Brock Nelson, and Kyle Palmieri on that second line. And then their bottom six, Pierre Engvall, Casey Zizekas, and Simon Holmstrom. And then we have Matt Martin, Kyle McLean, and Oliver Wahlstrom. So, again, very top-heavy for the New York Islanders, not really doing a whole lot, without, Barzal or Duclair in the lineup. But, and they still have Anders Lee, of course, Bo Horvat, Pageau, Kyle Palmieri leads their team in points with 12 this year. So they're not totally, a bottom-of-the-barrel team. But, with the Oilers, they should take advantage of that tonight at home. The Oilers haven't been very strong at home this year, only 2-5-1, I do want to say. And they haven't really scored a whole lot at home. So tonight would be a big game to, get kickstarted again and maybe even go on a bit of a streak. And on the defensive side for the Isles, Scott Mayfield, Ryan Pollock, Isaiah George, Noah Dobson, and then Dennis Cholowski and Grant Hutton. And then Ilya Sorokin gets the start in net for the New York Islanders, and he seems to be a very different goaltender, whether it's, at UBS Arena or Rogers Place there. You can see he has not won yet at Rogers Place, so if Sorokin gets a win tonight in Edmonton, you know who to blame. Yes, I don't really believe in jinxes that much, but you know what? I'll just say I think the Oilers do get a win tonight, but Sorokin, a 3-3 record against the Edmonton Oilers with a goals against average of 2.17 and a save percentage of .936. So, should be a fun one tonight. Oilers-Islanders. Milestone on the horizon for Connor McDavid. Of course, it's a November game, a Tuesday November game against the New York Islanders, but when there's stakes on the line here, it could make things a lot more exciting. And again, I think the Oilers get a win tonight. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this game, and if you're excited about Connor reaching 1,000 as I am. Make sure to subscribe and enjoy the game tonight. Let's go Oilers.